He says, I have a confusion when the scholars discuss an issue such as nullifying wudu by touching the opposite gender. So they say Imam Shafi'i says it nullifies wudu even if you touch your own wife. Hanafi scholars say that it does not impact your wudu. Now when they say this, how do we know which is the most authentic of all? First of all, you have to understand, Brother Anwar, that the truth at the side of Allah is one. There are a number of different opinions regarding this particular issue. All those who strived to do the best in their ability to reach the truth, if they succeeded, they're rewarded twice. If they failed, they're rewarded once because they did their best. And this includes Imam Shafi'i, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Ahmad, Imam Malik, and the scholars. Now I'm talking about real scholars who are qualified in the Quran, the Sunnah, in the fiqh, in usul al-fiqh, in Arabic language, in this and that. Why? Because the vast majority of nowadays scholars and previous times, they were blind followers of their school of thought. So they know the ins and outs of their own school of thought. And they would not agree to remove an inch away from it, even if this goes against the Quran and the Sunnah. These are not scholars. These are blind followers. They are not allowed to give fatwas or to teach people by claiming that this is the most authentic opinion. Now, for you as a layman and me, Allah Azza wa Jal says that whenever there's a dispute over an issue, you have to refer it to Allah and to the Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, which means you have to refer to the Quran and to the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, as they will be the decisive factor in knowing which is right and which is wrong. So it's not a committee of scholars. It's not the majority. It's not how many do you have in your party and how many do I have. It's not how big your bicep is. It depends on what coincides with the truth. And the truth can only be known from the Quran and the Sunnah with the understanding of the three favorite generations, Tabi'een, of Sahaba, Tabi'een, and Tabi'at Tabi'een. So therefore, whenever there is a difference of opinion, we have to refer back to the Quran and Sunnah. Now the question is, why do scholars say, well, Imam Shafi'i says this and that, Imam Hanafi, Abu Hanifa says this and that, Imam Ahmad says this and that? They say this to indicate to their students of knowledge that the issue is an issue of dispute. And it depends on whom you're addressing. So if I'm addressing total laymen, I would not confuse them by telling them, well, there is an opinion that says right, an opinion that says left, an opinion that says front, an opinion that says back. So people will say, duh, I'll choose whatever I want. No, this is confusing. You tell and teach the people, قال Allah, قال Rasul, according to your conviction and what you believe in. If they believe you, if they trust you, if they think that you're knowledgeable and trustworthy, they'll follow you. Nobody will scrutinize you and say, hey, wait. You say this and that. Where did you bring this from? You say that it's permissible to eat the slaughtering of the Jews and Christians in the UK and the US, but they're atheists, but they're mushrik, but they're not proper Christians or people of the book. Maybe they did this, maybe. So he wants to argue with you. I'm not ready to waste my time to argue with you. Go and check with the scholars, Bin Baz, Bin Uthaymeen. They will argue with you and they will teach you. My job is to educate those who are laymen, who trust me. Those who don't trust me, sue me. Don't listen to me. Don't learn from me. I don't need you. You guys definitely don't need me. So this is the norm. You go back to the Quran and Sunnah to try and figure out what is the right opinion. And if you don't know the right opinion, then you have to stick with one sheikh whom you trust his knowledge, his religious practice, etc.